All right, everybody, we're going to be talking about Veve and the Pili drop that's going to be coming in the future. Now, we're still waiting on the Labyrinth one that they still haven't dropped, so that's been about a month since they released it. They're going to be coming out with that. So we'll see how long it takes for this to come out. Now, you're probably like me and you're not having a clue what in the world this is, so let's go ahead and jump on over to their Twitter page to kind of get a look at what they've got going on and what this style of NFT will be coming. So it kind of reminds me of a Nightmare Before Christmas puppeteering style, but more of the anime, hack and slash. So this is a little quick video right here of how they do everything in the show. And it's all, they're probably about, I don't know, it looks like 4 foot tall figures, and they're walking through there and they're making the motions, and it's kind of stop motion, but not really. Interesting to say nonetheless. It's going to be cool to see what kind of characters they come out with in the future. It's going to be something I'll probably pick up, but keep in mind when I look at this kind of stuff for these new up and comers, later on in the future, they're probably going to be worth a lot of money, but right now, probably not so much. Where it's your blue chips like Marvel and Disney, DC. So the reason I say that is because if you look back at the Tokidoki, Dragon Girl statues, they really haven't gone up in price since the app's been, around. And you look back at DC and Batman, how much they've shot up in price now. That's not to say that these won't be worth a lot. Maybe there's a big following to this, but I have no clue what this is. So I figured we'd just go ahead and cover that right quick. So let's go ahead and jump back to the Veve page. And they are doing their migration. So I kind of figured this was going to happen. It didn't go as planned. That's to be expected. They're going on pretty close to 24 hours now. And you got to keep in mind when they do this kind of stuff, they're the pioneers of this. They're the first to do it, to my knowledge, and especially being on the immutablex blockchain. They're kind of paving the way for future people to move over and migrate to that because it's just so much cheaper and more efficient in the long run. That's one reason why Veve is so successful, is for me at least, is because how cheap it is and how easy it is to mainstream it versus going on OpenSea, paying all these crazy, fees. And when you drop $200 just to buy something, it could be 1 cent. Who wants to pay that just in fees? So that's why Veve's really paving the way for collectibles to come in the future, and they're doing just a great job. There's nobody else that has a working application on the phone that I'm aware of. If there is, let me know. I'd like to check them out. But they're really just the only people in the game right now. And then you got Recur that's coming out. We still don't know much about them. And if they're just starting on day one, Veve's 3 years into this and they're, a couple of months. So they've got a long way to go. And I think Veve's got the first mover advantage, and it's going to be great going forward. So, they dropped the comic today. Couldn't do it, canceled it because, they're still migrating. So that was kind of be expected. It's going to be interesting to see if they get this done before the Spider-Man drop, Mighty Marvels, tomorrow, and for the Disney drop this weekend. If they have to push that off till next weekend, that's going to kind of suck, but hey, it's just kind of what it is. I really see a huge gem squeeze coming with that. You got to think about it. So you're going to have these Mighty Marvels and Spider-Man, and we've seen how much Spider-Man really has run up in the past, and you got these new Mighty Marvels that are really getting, gaining a lot of ground, if you will. And there was the leak of Epico Games where they're going to be teaming up with them. I could see something like that where these Mighty Marvels are going to be part of it, and this is going to really run up in price when that happens. So everybody's going to be scooping up those Mighty Marvels because there's a lot of key players in there, especially the Green Goblin and Spider-Man himself. And you got to think, okay, so everybody's going to be stacking like crazy on that. And then you're going to have this drop of Disney, another blue chip on top of it. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be buying and stacking the Mighty Marvels. And then whenever the Disney drop comes, sure, they're still going to be going a lot of money in it. But I feel like until things cool down, the Disney drop is not going to go up as high as it should probably. But I feel like when it does, it's just going to pop and go crazy. So that's just a quick look, kind of what Veve's been doing here lately. Just wanted to bring this up to y'all's attention. Also, we have a Discord if you want to jump in, talk. We have conversations in there about what's going to happen, where we think it's going to go. key things going on in the Veve world. And we would love to have you be part of it. Also, if you could, drop a like and subscribe, and we will go from there. And until next time, we'll holler.